Hi guys, it's me Sarah. I'm going to try to get to this as fast as I possibly can. This is going to be a July favorites video. So first I'm going to start with body lotion. This is by Ives. It's the Renewing Collagen Elastin lotion. I love the way this smells. It's a really good light lotion in the summer. I guess it could do okay in the winter. If you're somebody who has really dry skin like I do in the winter, this may not be as good for you in the winter anyway, but I love it for the summer and it smells really good. It smells like, kind of like, grapes. I don't know how else to explain it, but that's how I would describe it. So really great, smells good, and I like it. And then for my face lately, I've been using the Wegmans Orange Blossom Honey. For some of you, or I don't know, maybe most of you won't know, but I like to use honey masks on my face. I actually just like put honey on my face, period. So that's my honey mask. I don't really put anything else into it. It's not special. There's nothing like, I don't do anything else, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much it. And I've been using this one a lot lately. I like it and it works. And for brushes, lately I've been using the, what is this, Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman contour brush. This comes with the Core Collection kit. It's kind of tapered and domed slightly. I just really like it. It really gets like onto your cheekbones and highlights. Does a really good job. And I could actually even use this to buff out a little bit too. And then I've also been using the Princeton Preferred White Nylon Mop 1/2 inch 29 brush. I guess the serial number is 8650M0-050. And that's what it looks like. Before I got the Core Collection kit, I was using this to actually highlight, and I still really love it, and I use it interchangeably now with the other brush that I just showed you, because that way I can kind of like mix up my blushes or whatever I'm feeling at the time, if that makes sense. Then this is also by Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman, and it's the domed eyeshadow brush, and it looks like that. Really great. It's really fluffy, so you can kind of actually control how much shadow you're getting onto your eyes. So if you're somebody who's using something really pigmented, this is going to be really good for you, so you can control how intense the eyeshadow look is going to be. I tend to use this for multiple eyeshadows in one look, if that makes sense. So I'll pick up a light eyeshadow and use it on the inside, then pick up a darker eyeshadow and use it on the outside, and then just buff it all out together with the same brush. So it does a really good job. I like it. This is like one of those brushes that like kind of gets rid of all these other steps that you don't really want to have to do if you're like in a rush or if you're traveling or something like that. And then for mascara, lately I've been loving the Nature Luxe Mousse Mascara by Covergirl, and this is in, I think this is in black brown, because I needed a brown mascara, and it's got like a, you can't really tell, but it's got a plastic wand, and it's nothing really special other than the fact that I don't know, it's been doing a really good job with my eyelashes lately, and I've actually noticed that my eyelashes are getting longer. So I don't know if it's just like my natural eyelash growth right now, because normally, like, sometimes you'll notice your eyelashes are getting longer, and then for some reason they just seem like they're shorter, and it's because of naturally how your eyelashes are growing, I guess. Like, they go in cycles. There's like a whole science to it. Anyhow, so I don't know if it's because right now I'm in like the longest part of my eyelash cycle that they seem so much longer, or if it's actually because of this. I really don't know. These don't actually make your eyelashes longer, and it doesn't claim to be like have some serum in it to make your eyelashes longer. I've just noticed that for some reason my eyelashes happen to be longer now that I've been using this. So, I mean, really, who knows? Then I've also been loving the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Pearl from the Semi-Precious collection. I like to use this outside ring for the top of my cheekbones, and then the raspberry for like my actual cheeks for a flush. It's really great and perfect for summer if you're wanting some type of like glowy action happening on your face. So really been loving it. I don't regret purchasing it. I actually got this from Nordstrom.com because they were sold out on the website. So I will link that below if I can, and see if hopefully they won't be sold out of this shade for you guys if you really want to check it out. Then for eyeliner, I've been using, or loving, this dark brown number 652 by Wet n Wild Color Icon eye pencil. Now, Wet n Wild reformulated their eye pencils, their eye kohls. They used to be really bad. I'm sure a lot of you will know, but these are actually really good, and I'm actually wearing it right now, and they're so soft, so easy to blend. You can use a smudge brush to, you know, make it really smudgy, and the only one that I've used actually is this brown one, so I don't know about the other formulas for the other colors. I mean, they could be great, they could be bad, I don't know. I can't attest to that, but I've heard really great things about the entire line. So, oh, and it's got a little buddy right there, because it says that they don't test on animals. So that's kind of cool too if you're really conscientious about that. But I just really love this pencil. I think it does a really great job, and it's super affordable. I think it's like $1.99, and they're really long. Like this one I've already sharpened quite a bit, but this is longer already still, even though I've sharpened this, than a regular pencil. I think a regular pencil is about that big. So you get a lot of product So yeah, I've really been loving that. And then I've also been loving this Queen Collection Lip Perfection lipstick in Q445 Girly Pink. This is, I guess Queen Latifah has her own collection with Covergirl, and it's basically for people with a darker complexion. So maybe you're somebody who has a hard time finding your foundation color because your skin is so dark. Like a lot of fair people have a hard time finding foundations for themselves because they're so fair. So it's, you know, on the other side of it, I guess. But yeah, they have their own lipstick collection, and they actually have a lot of lipsticks in that collection. So I didn't realize they had all different colors. I thought it was all the same and they were in just different packaging, but no, they're all different colors. So this is, like I said, Girly Pink, and I actually swatched it already right here. So it looks gold and then it looks pink, if that makes sense. So it really kind of depends on this. Just ignore that. But yeah, it really kind of depends on the light. It's really pretty, and if you're somebody who's a fan of, I can't remember the name of the lipstick, I'll put the name of it right here, but it's by Wet n Wild, and it's from the regular, nothing, I think it's like Long Wear or something like that. No, it's not the Long Wear, I can't remember, but I'll put the link and the name of it over here. But it's kind of similar to the color that I'm talking about from Wet n Wild, but that color can be hard to find because it's so popular, and I actually think that I like this one better because it's not quite as drying on my lips. Like, I think that this one actually does a little bit of a better job. Speaking of lips, I've also been loving the Lemon Drop scent from EOS's lip balm collection, which I actually hate that collection, or their lip balms, but that one for some reason tends to be moisturizing, and it's SPF 15, so I really do like that one a lot. And then also I've been loving Sonia Kashuk's concealer palette. Normally I love this concealer down here because it really like cancels out the redness in my blemishes, but I've actually been loving this concealer up here because, well, one, I was never going to use it because I couldn't find a way to use it on my face because it's kind of like an orangey color, and I don't really have a whole lot of purpliness happening on my face, but I decided to use it over like an eye base or an eye primer, and I actually really like the effect that it gives, like that kind of, especially with a tacky eye primer, if that makes sense. Like that tacky eye primers tend to be harder to blend with or work with, but then with this on top, not a ton, like a little bit goes a long way. With this on top, it kind of like diminishes or like decreases the amount of creasage that can happen. So yeah, I've been loving that. And then I've also been loving these like tinted elastic bands. Normally, I have clear ones, and those work great too, but these ones are a lot better because the clear ones on my dark hair tend to look, I mean, you can see them, so that's kind of annoying. And you can probably still see these too, but it's not quite as obvious. It looks a little bit more like bohemian, like how did she pin that back there? Well, I use this. So if you're somebody who's blonde or has fairer hair, you may want to get the clear ones instead. That may work better for you, but for those of us who have darker hair or even like redder hair, because they have two different shades in this kit actually, that shade right there, which is a lighter one, could actually probably work really great for somebody who has red hair. And then I've also been loving this shade by Wet n Wild. It's called Nutty in the single eyeshadow palette. It's not really a palette if it's only got one, but single eyeshadows. It's number 252B. This is a good Faithful. I've been using this for a while. I've actually had this exact same one for about a year now, and I haven't quite hit pan on it yet, but I love it. I like to use, this is one of those shades where you can pretty much just use this for your entire eye look and not have to worry about anything. So I use this all over my eyelid, and then I kind of buff out onto my brow bone, and it kind of almost looks like it's two different colors, so that's really cool. So I love this. And then I've also been using NYX's Trio. This is in Rockstar. Emily Noel did a video, and she actually did dupes for MAC eyeshadows, and she said this was comparable to Rice Paper, this is comparable to Satin Taupe, and I can't remember what this one was comparable to. I'll put a link or a name right here. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, so I decided to buy them because I've been wanting to try MAC's Rice Paper and Satin Taupe, and I got these and I love it, and I have not regretted it. Phenomenal. If you have an Ulta nearby, definitely check this out and see if you can get it. And then I've also been loving Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. This is in number 5. I've been loving it a lot, actually. I haven't been wearing it a lot or enough to give a very good review, but this hasn't made me break out. This actually fit my skin pretty perfectly in terms of color. Like during the winter I'll probably have to buy a different one, but this is supposed to mimic like a BB cream, and I haven't had any experience with BB creams. My mom has, because she's kind of exposed herself to like that kind of cosmetics industry. She's Asian, so she goes to a lot of like Asian shops where they have cosmetics representatives from those type of Asian companies. And so she's been using BB creams for a few years now, and I've never used one before. And I wasn't really a foundation person before when she started using them. But this I really do like, and I had been wanting something from Illamasqua anyway, so I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and just go ahead and try it. So I love it. I think it's great, and I'm really happy with it. When I've used it more, I'll try to give you a better review of this. And then I've also been loving my Michael Kors watch that I got from Nordstrom. This is what it looks like. This is the horn version. There's also a tortoiseshell one, and actually there are different models for this. There's a chunkier one that I want the tortoiseshell, that I want in the tortoiseshell version, if that makes sense. So this is the model, let me see if I can figure out. This is the model MK5039. I'll try to link that below for you guys on the Nordstrom website, so you can check it out and see if you want to purchase it or even take a look at them. But I'm definitely going to be purchasing the tortoiseshell one because that one I've been wanting for years. But the particular one that I want is a little bit more expensive, so I just decided to splurge and get this one just because I wanted it so bad. Then I've also been loving this. Is by greeninspired.com, I guess. I got this from Target. It was on sale for really cheap. It's really cute. It's just like a bunch of little notepads, but super duper cute. I like to leave this by my bedstand, and when I'm reading and I see a word that I like, I go ahead and just write it down, and then I can look it up, or I don't know, just have it next to me, just, I don't know, as inspiration, because I kind of like play around with writing as well, so it's kind of nice to have funky words to play with. So right now I have putrescence on here. I was watching The Princess Bride, so I don't know. Anyway, and then I've also been loving the Sibu Beauty Sea Buckthorn antioxidant and omega-7 complex. This is cellular support. I've been using this actually for quite some time, and I stopped using it, and then I went back to using it again, and my skin got better again. So I don't know, like, I'm not saying my skin doesn't do well without it, but I think my skin definitely does better with it, and it's the only thing that I've noticed that's worked as a vitamin for my skin, so I'll probably continue purchasing this for a while because I love it so much. And then I've also been loving my glasses case. I just put my glasses in here when I'm going to bed, and I've also been loving my Flent earbuds. I tend to use this when I have to work late, like on my midnight shifts, and I have to sleep during the day. Like, those are really great. They completely block out noise. I hear a lot of people have trouble wearing earbuds because they like hurt their ears or something, but these ones are kind of like torpedo shaped. I don't know if you can see, and I love them. I think they're really great, and they're very comfortable, and they definitely block out all the noise. And then last but not least, second to last but not least, I've been loving magazine subscriptions. I don't know why, but like all summer long, these are just random magazines that I happen to pick up, but I have Lucky, Redbook, and Marie Claire magazine subscriptions, and I think I also have it's DIY magazine. I love them. I don't know why. I just like, I don't know, they're just like really great magazines, and honestly, like during the summer sometimes I just get like bored and I need inspiration or something, and magazines kind of like do that for me, and they help me, like, I don't know, like I get to learn about things that I wouldn't know before, and especially Marie Claire. If you're really into human interest stories, stuff about like other countries, then that's like a really good magazine to pick up, because a lot of times they'll have international stories. Like there was one about this whole town in India where I guess like the authorities weren't doing enough to protect the women and families in the town, so all the women decided to dress in like these hot pink saris, and oh my god, it's a gorgeous color, but and they decided to take matters in their own hand, and the crime rate has gone down since, because these women like literally beat the crap out of all their criminals, so that's kind of cool. And then last, I've also been loving the Wallflower shaving cream. I use this wet because it like gets the gunk out of the blades of your razor a lot faster. Like if you use it dry, I guess it's kind of okay, but it's better if you use it wet. But I always have problems with getting like the gunk out of the blades, no matter what kind of shaving cream I use, and this I've never had a problem with that. So I think this might actually be 2 months in a row that I've loved this. And then lately I've also been loving this book. This is by Wendy Lynn Watson. It's the I Scream You Scream series mystery book. I actually rented this from my library, or borrowed it from my library. My book club is reading this right now, so I'm like only halfway through it, but I love it so far. And there's actually another book that I was reading. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the second book in the Heist Society series. If you know what that is, check that out. That's a good one. And she actually has another one. I think it's called the Gallagher Girls Academy. That's another good series that she has too. So yeah, so I'll post the links. I'll post the name of the author of the other book that I was talking about, and the actual book that I had read that I really liked. And then music. I haven't really had a favorite song this month, which is kind of sad. Like, I don't really know what my problem is. No. Yeah, I haven't really had a favorite song at all. I can't think of anything that I've been loving in terms of songiness. Movies, favorite movie. I haven't really had a favorite movie, although I did like, it's kind of a funny story. I thought